In this chapter, we're going to continue working on matching text. And here we're not trying to do any sort of replacement or any sort of modifications to a string. We just want to look at different ways of matching text. And we'll look at several examples extending things like URLs and IP addresses and email addresses, those types of text. But first I want to work with just regular plain text. And in this first example, we're just going to look at how to match doubled words. A doubled word is a word that you type twice or that is written twice when you really only meant to do it once, like now is the time, or he found that dog. Doubling words is very common when you're thinking of what you're trying to write and write it very quickly. It's very common to, for example, you might get to a point where you type the, then you stop to think for a second, then you begin typing again quickly and you type the word the again without really realizing that you already typed it. But whatever the cause, let's look at how to write a regular expression to find doubled words. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a text file. Let's double the here. This time we won't double any words. Here we'll double the word to, and then we'll close it out without any doubled words. So there's our text file. So we'll exit and save. Now first, let's very simply see if we can match any of the doubled words in our text file. Of course, that's easy to do. I'm using the extended switch, although I don't need it yet. I will in just a moment. So that's great for finding specific words, but what we really want is a regular expression that will find any word. And not only that, but we want to be able to find any word that's doubled. So that gets a little bit more complex. We can do it fairly simply by using something called a back reference. A back reference is a special command, if you will, that tells the regular expression engine to look for a previous match that matches what we just matched. It will work perfectly for trying to find a doubled word because we're going to match a word, then we're going to move on to the next word, and then after we've gotten that word, we can go back, a back reference, to see if it matches. Here's how we would write the regular expression. First, we want to create just a very simple regular expression for a word. So we'll use the character case A-Z plus. Then we need a space to reference the fact that we're trying to match doubled words. Then we use the plus sign again, and our back reference is \1. And you can have multiple back references, match 2 or 3. In this case, we just want to match 1. So by doing that, we're saying find a word, then find another word. If they are the same, then we have a match and we have success with our regular expression. So let's try that on our file. And you'll see that it returned the 2 lines that are actually matches. Now is the time, to come to the aid. The other 2 lines of the file that did not have doubled words did not return because they were not successfully matched. So the back reference allows us to go back and find a previous match. And like I said earlier, we can have multiple back references. We'll look at examples of that later on in the course when we look at advanced regular expressions. But for now, let's wrap up this lesson and move on to a second lesson on matching text.